Hi, my name is Kaironisa binti Rahaban, and I will be presenting about the introduction. As a designer, we were asked to fulfill the requirement asked by our customer, which is in this context, the Shangri-La's Tanjung Aru Resort and Spa, also called as STAR, and these are the requirements that asked by STAR, which is the first one. The This product must be able to collect floating rubbish, as the star had faced a problem whereby there are a lot of rubbish floating on the water surface regardless of the cleaning activity that had been done as once a week by their staffs. So therefore they want a product that can be able to collect floating rubbish. And second is the product must be able to float and stationary, so it will not be floated away from the target location due to the movement of waves. Furthermore, the capacity of the rubbish collector must be in the range of 10 kg to 20 kg at one time, and the material used in making the product must be durable and not easy to rust.
Okay, now I will explain on few designs that were made before the final design is chosen. So what are the requirements needed before we proceed to choose the last design? Based on our objective, there are actually four requirements that will make a good design. The first one is the functionality, the durability, the cost, and last but not least, our design, the prototype design should be stationary. So this is our first design. So our first sketch is a simple prototype where it consisted of bottles that is simply attached to the net. As you can see, we will use rope to assemble the bottles all together so that the bottle is then attached to a net. The opening of the net is from the upper part of the sea level, so then the strap will get inside the net from the upper level. The reason why we propose this design is because it is not costly. The main item, the bottles, can be found in any recycle center. This is a huge advantage for us as we will not spend much money for the prototype. Unfortunately, there are much more disadvantages compared to the advantage. The first disadvantage is that the prototype is not functional. The objective is to at least collect 10 kg of trash, and this design did not have the drive mechanism that encouraged the trash to get inside the net. The net is designed to only collect any floating object. In addition, the opening of the net is on the upper part of the sea level, so the collected trash might get stuck on the upper level of the net, so when it is full, the trash can get away easily since there are no lid to cover the opening of the net. Secondly, the design itself is not stationary. The prototype only consisted of bottles and net. So even if we try to attach an anchor there, the prototype will not be able to float properly. The lack of anchor will drown the machine away. Last but not least, it is not durable at all. As you can see, the bottles only tie to each other using rope, so the chances of the rope to get untied is higher. This then will cause the bottles to disassemble and ruin the shape of the machine. It is a huge disadvantage for us, and we neglect the first choice and come up with more sketches. Up next, we have our second design. This build based on a concept of a vacuum, whereas there will be a suction, the fan, and the tank as the net as the tank. So the body of this prototype is using PVC and the net is attached to the body. The net used here should be the one that is similar to the crab catcher net. as it will provide the shape for the net so it can attach easily to the PVC. The only reason why we came up with this idea is due to the durability. PVC is known as not easy to rot and will not get rust. It is also highly resistant to weathering, especially we don't want our client to experience an ugly boat floating near the resort. But there are many questions for this design. We just could not find any specific fan that can run by battery, especially when the fan is half floated. We also acknowledge that the fan would not function properly as we need a bigger power to force the trash to get inside the net, especially to cope with the natural force of the water. The size of the fan itself is a major problem. Some trash will not be able to pass through the small space within each plate. The buoyancy of the prototype is yet to be determined, and we solve this problem into a specific design number 3, which is the final design for the project. So this is our sketch for the final design. This design is inspired from our second design. So we try to improve the previous design by solving problems and adding extra features to the design. As you can see, the design consists of two parts, the head and the body. The reason why we picked this is because we want the machine to stay stationary. We added brick as the anchor to support our prototype. This way, the machine will not drawn away by heavy current. We also decided to use PVC as the main component for the project. There are many benefits from this material. Since it is lighter in weight and durable, it makes the design a good model for the prototype. PVC, on the other hand, is not easy to rust and also high resistant to chemical weathering. This then will make the prototype to have longer life, especially being thrown in the sea for weeks. The cost for this design is not costly. Polystyrene use can be collected at any recycling center. The PVC is not expensive too. This is a great change for us. The addition of polystyrene to fill the void between the wall of PVC will also provide buoyancy force for the prototype. The materials used are also eco-friendly, which is also a bonus for us to sustain the eco-friendly environment for the resort. Last but not least, the main reason why we picked this design is due to the functionality. To collect at least 10 kg of trash can be achieved as the blades are huge and is driven by nature force, allowing them to get inside the big net that will then trap the trash. To avoid the trash from being stuck within the blade, we also use lock mechanism to ensure the blades are moving in sync with each other. The nets are also in good position as the probability for the trash to get away is little due to the presence of the blade which will pull the trash inside the net again. This is what makes our third design as the best model for the project.
Next, we will move on to the next part, which is the dimension of design presented by Nur Farah Ain Fitri binti Burhanuddin. The first one is the types of material used for the outer part. For the top part, we use transparent PVC that can easily to be bent. For the side and bottom part, we use a PVC board. After zooming to the corner of the side and bottom, we will left it with empty space, and this empty space we will fill it with the polystyrene. And lastly, at the back part of our design, we will put a fishing trap. In the inner part of our design, we put two turbines. Each turbine's blade is made of stretchable PVC board. As the support of our blade, we will put a PVC pipe at the middle. And last one, we will put a ratchet that is made of any tiny plastic material. Next, we move on to the measurement of the design. At the top part of our design, the top curve is 162 centimeter. For the sides of our design, we use the A2 size, which is 42 cm times with 59.4 cm. For the bottom and base of our design, we used the A1 size, which is 84 cm times with 59.4 cm. And at the back of our design, we use a 1 meter fishing trap. For inner part of our blade, it would be 80 cm length and 20 cm the curve of the width.
Hello, I'm Nurifa and I'll be presenting the characteristic of design. The first characteristic are the wall of design. The walls are made of PVC because it is cheaper and it is lighter to ensure the prototype will float. Next is the shape for the top design. We choose semicircle because it has higher center of gravity, which is perfect for our design. And semicircle is also made of flexible PVC, which is cheaper and much more lighter. The next part is net. We choose larger and sturdy net in order to collect 10 kg of trash. After that is design's buoyancy. Polystyrene are used to fill up the void between the walls to reduce the density. Anchors are placed to ensure the prototype stays stationary. The material we use for the anchor are bricks because it is easier to find. Besides that, we use ratchet to ensure the blade only flow in one way. Last but not least is the size of blade. We use larger blade because it can lift up larger and heavy trash into the net. The blade is also made of PVC to reduce the cost. That's all from me. Thank you.
This product is working by the help of the wave of water that move the blade to push rubbish into the net. So firstly, when there is rubbish nearby this rubbish collector, the water wave will push the rubbish into the body of this prototype. Nearby rubbish will be sucked up into the prototype. Second, with the help of water wave, the blade will rotate and it will push them more into the net.
Alright, so now it's about the design cost. So here's the list of items to be purchased. The first one is the transparent PVC, second 3mm PVC board, third zipper fishing trap, and last one nylon drop. So now moving on to the price table, we can see all the list of items which contain the quantity, price per piece, and the total of each item. And last one is the cumulative price, which is only Rm 91 ringgit and 39 cents. And from the table, we can see the cumulative price for all items is approximately Rm 91 ringgit point 39 cents. However, there are still few items that not listed in the price table because those items are recycled items from the recycling center. Diagram below shows polystyrene and PVC pipe. Even if there will be charges or expenses to buy this recycled item or any other minor item, it will not bother our budget, which is maximum to 500 ringgit. Hence, this project design will not exceed our budget provided, which Rm 500. That's all. Thank you from me.
As a conclusion, as per required by the customer, this product can fulfill all the functional requirements. For example, this product is be able to collect rubbish, and it is also be able to float and stay stationary. The capacity of rubbish is in range of 10 kg to 20 kg as required by our customer, and the material used is not easy to rust and durable. The probability of this product will be chosen by our customer is high. This is because it is not only fulfilling all the functional requirements, but it is also needed low budget to produce it, and it is not over the budget limit that have been set by Star, which is 500 ringgit. And this product is more practical to collect floating rubbish instead of cleaning the beach once a week by using human energy. Furthermore, the exterior design of this product is not ruining the image of Star as the tourism site due to its nice and modern design. All in all, this design is fulfilling all the needs and wants of the customer.